right, here we go. So I was thinking about it. If they don't make no more moves, the Pistons, damn, I'm telling you. But if they don't make no more moves with the Detroit Pistons, I was thinking like, all right, you know, people say, well, Isaiah Joe can come in there and start for the Detroit Pistons. But, you know, my thing is this. They should just start Ebuka Okorie. They should start Ebuka Okorie. If it's boiling down to Isaiah Joe playing, if that's what it's boiling down to, honestly, they might as well start Ebuka Okorie. To keep it quite frank, to keep it a bean, they should go get Ebuka Okorie. They should let Ebuka Okorie start next to Cade Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? Just might as well let him get his bumps and bruises. I mean, at the end of the day, is he the greatest shooter in the world at 35% in college? No, I will say that. But he can score the ball, and you getting John Collins a 37 to 41% three-point shooter from that corner, it stretched the floor out a lot more. And you know, with Okorie, that takes a lot of pressure off of Cade with the ball handling the rock. So you know, to be quite frank with you, you know, if I'm the Detroit Pistons, why not? If I'm not gonna go out there and make a move for Kyrie, make a move for Zach LaVine, you know, why take this kid and sit him on the bench, play him. You know, start him. I would start him, bro. Fuck all that veteran shit, bro. His ability to put the rock on the ground and his ability to put the ball in the hole, I'm gonna let him do his thing. Because that's what you was missing. That's what you were missing last year with Cade Cunningham, was exactly that. You know, at 19 years old, yeah, it's going to be a shock. He going to make some mistakes, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be some shock. He going to make some mistakes. There's going to be some issues. There's going to be some to be desired, most definitely. But at least, you know, he's progressing to get better. And then, you know, are y'all planning on keeping Isaiah Joe? Do y'all plan on keeping Isaiah Joe around? That's another great question. Do you plan on keeping Isaiah Joe around? You know, we know Okorie probably gonna be around. Ebuka Okorie gonna be around. So if I'm the Detroit Pistons, yeah, I'm within the mindset that I'm going to probably if I'm not getting nobody else in there, I'm starting them. I'm starting them, bro. I'm getting them ready. We getting them in the weight room. We getting them ready. Hey, dog, fuck it, man. Go do your thing. Don't worry about it. You know, just don't worry about it. He a smart kid. He was going to Harvard, went to Stanford. Since shit, this the West Coast Harvard. You know, he a smart kid. Seemed like he got a great family behind him. The handles is immaculate. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some issues where he might get in foul trouble, or he might, but he gotta learn. Let him get in there and learn. If you don't want to spend that money, honestly, if you don't want to spend that money on a veteran guy to come in and score the ball, let that man score. By the time February, March come across, he gonna be ready. He gonna be ready, bro. You know, Dennis Jenkins went from undrafted, doing this, man. This dude was a first round draft pick. He ready to hoop. You might as well let him get that experience. You know, fuck the G League, the end of the bench. Nah, put him in that rotation. You know, y'all gave Karis LeVert chance after chance. You know, Karis got chance after chance. I thought it was Biggie One More Chance song. Excuse me. Yeah, I thought it was Biggie One More Chance song. You feel me? So, yeah, so when we started kind of, you know, looking at that and going through that with him, yeah, let him play. You might have saved yourself a couple dollars as he get there. Because what I seen with him on film, bro, the matchups that he gonna get on a night-by-night basis is going to be in his favor. They ain't gonna be thinking about doubling him, tripling him. Nah. With Collins giving you that space from that Tobias position, and with Cade doing his thing out there, dog, when y'all see this kid play, it is mind-blowing how he didn't go high in the lottery. It truly, what he was able to do in college versus college ball, and I remember I was talking to somebody at work, and he was like, I really didn't understand what they mean when they said college basketball was a different, he'd be better when he go to the league. The reason why they say a particular player is a more of a league NBA type player more than college is because it's more open. You notice that college shot clock is longer. The international play mimics college basketball more than it mimics NBA. The NBA, I think in the early 2000s allowed them to play matchup zone. And when you play matchup zone, you gotta play, you gotta play a person and not an area. So if you're not close enough to a person, you can't just sit in an area and play an area like you can do in a traditional zone. So I think a lot of people don't understand. So I can just play an area and I can just pack an area and pack in the paint to beat the zone. What do? It's ball movement, it's offensive rebounding, it's drive and kick, it's penetrate and kick. That's how you beat a zone. That son is diabolical. But that's how you beat a zone. It's ball movement. It's offensive rebounding. It's drive and kick. That's how you beat zone. That's why the Americans start going overseas and struggling against an international play because they couldn't beat zone. Because they so used to going one-on-one and not playing as a unit. Ball movement, drive and kick, penetrate, kick. It's playing as a team. But when you take traditional zone out the way, you don't need a longer shot clock. Guess what? The space is more open. The floor is more open. They getting up and down. And this kid was what he was able to do in splitting defenses, splitting 2-3 zones, getting it off the dribble, finishing at the rim. Fuck it. You might as well. Isaiah Joe can come right off that goddamn bench. You might as well let that kid play and shine. You ain't gonna win no championship with Isaiah Joe and John Collins, with Cade Cunningham and Durant and Asar Thompson, unless 2 or 3 of them make a gigantic leap. So I hate to break it to you, especially after what Philly did. I don't really think, Joel Embiid is going to be a fucking factor. But if he is, yeah. If he is, it's going to be trouble. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to tell people, bro, like, let them play. Let them play. I don't, at that point, if you ain't going to spend that bread with that 20, spend it, whatever that dumb song is. You ain't going to spend it. You might as well let Ebuka Okorie do his thing. I don't really understand the point of letting these dudes sit on the bench. They used to be bad Detroit Pistons teams and they wouldn't play Marcus Sasser. Used to be terrible Piston teams and they wouldn't play Sasser. They wouldn't play some of these young guys, but they tried to play Kyle Singler and they tried to play Killian Hayes. Those are 2 of the worst young guys to play. You know what I'm saying? Start Ebuka. Fuck it. If he get in foul trouble that's a smart kid, and that kid is a certified baller. He ain't gonna do nothing but get better. He hit the rookie raw. He get tired. He probably got to get a little stronger and shit like that. So be it. But once people get a taste of what he can do, man, oh man. Once you can see what that boy can do, it is a beautiful thing. Remember Keith Murray had that song? The most beautiful thing in this world is just like that. Real talk. But, we'll see. Boy, girl, you pushing that buggy right in the danger zone. Right in the danger zone. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Check out the Detroit Pistons Talk playlist.